2 packs, 1,000 gems. It's pretty good stuff, especially brand new free-to-play account. Yeah, I really wish this was another rare because we got only 3 rares, 11 mythics. Now, we're going to put it up to a vote. Once again, I know we kind of voted on it. Azorius Artifacts 1, another Draft 2. What do you guys want? So, question, spending 25,000 gold in Magic the Gathering Arena, open qualifier worth it? Just for the card sleeve. Oh, are you talking about this open right here? Let's take a look. Now you're saying just for the card sleeve? Certainly not. Right? Certainly not worth it just for the card sleeve. It's because it's a cosmetic, right? Like, yeah, you get a cosmetic and you pay 25,000 coins or 5,000 gems. 5,000 gems. Let's just see how much that would cost. I think it's $20. No, it's a little bit more than $20. You're looking at $30 for some card sleeves. Oh, okay. It is a hot sleeve. Let's take a look at that sleeve. Oh, man, I thought you were serious there for a second. You definitely got me. That's a pretty sweet sleeve. Worth it for just that. Man, oh man, you got me though. You did get me. All right, let's take a look. You know what? We got 2 with the Azorius Artifacts. Let's go ahead and pilot that deck for a little bit. We might as well. We're on building out some more blue stuff. But I want to look at this real quick. I know I put Sire Ginger in the main board. I'm thinking it's more of a sideboard piece. And I really like the interaction I have on the sideboard. I really do. I really wish I had crafted Esper Sentinel instead of Sire Ginger. But Sire Ginger is really good against Planeswalkers, which means it still gets a spot. But usually in the best of 3 rounds, it goes to the sideboard. Sometimes Hope of Garapur does as well, but lo and behold, generally it's still pretty good because of Retrofitter Foundry. And you can stack it to kind of give you a little bit of protection for a turn, which is nice. Yeah, as far as rares, we can craft 3. Do we want to put Esper Sentinel in here? And if so, do we put Hopa Garapur to the sideboard and get rid of Termod's Crypt as well as a second Termod's Crypt? So before piloting, let's do something. We are going to build this out a little bit more. Right. Because, okay, all right, there we go. Now we could get rid of those. Go to 1 Termod's Crypt. Can't wait to get the Sire Ginger sleeve at the end of the Mastery Pass. Absolutely. Someone else said in your comments that they're using Skrelv and Esper Sentinel. Yes, they did. I think you had Esper Sentinels in your main account for this deck. I did indeed. And I've been trying different things with this particular deck because there's so many different tools you could use. And I was thinking, Sire Ginger, he works in every format. He works in Standard, he works in Explorer, and he works in Historic. But Esper Sentinel is a much better choice, and that's why we're going to grab him right now. I just have to see what we want to really cut. If you're going to put in the 3 Sentinels, I'd board the slip out the backs. Yes. Yep, we just did that. We have those on the sideboard right now. Slip out the backs, back out there. And what else were you saying? And only 1 glitters? Really? You would go down to 1 glitters? I'll have to think about that. Maybe we could go down to 2 glitters. I could only do 3, though. Is there a Rambo card? He doesn't need sleeves. No. Take all the sleeves off. Yeah, we're playing like the 90s today, boys. All right. Maybe we also go down 1 copy of Hope of Girapur. And we are definitely putting Esper Sentinel in here. And we go to not collected. Because I don't have anything in this account. Bada boom, bada bang. I always like looking at this card. It's interesting because if you look at this card, it's a small tax on your opponent. And it really does do a lot. You wouldn't think it would. And like every time I look at this, I'm like, I don't know. But then when I take it out of things, it hurts the deck dramatically. Almost every single time. Man. What do we do? We have to cut 1 more. Maybe 1 Sire Ginger. Yeah, that was a card I have a lot of hope for. I still do. Maybe he makes his way back into this deck. We're going to have to see over time what exactly happens. Especially in combination with Loris. Absolutely. Play the Esper Sentinel. They always remove the Esper Sentinel. That's their first target no matter what. And then Loris gets him back from the graveyard. Neat thing is about the Esper Sentinel as well is it is an artifact creature. Now, you were talking about using Skrelv. I say his name right? Yeah. Skrelv in this deck. And I do agree that that's very, 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 very strong. And maybe eventually that will happen. But I think Esper Sentinel is a little bit more important to get into the deck than the Skrelv right now. And maybe Skrelv is a nice sideboard piece for this, right? Like get rid of the Hope of Girapur, get rid of 1 of the Glass Caskets or the other Sire Ginger, and get a couple copies of Skrelv for the sideboard. It is. Yeah. Go less on the Retrofitter Foundry. Oh, no, we can't do that. We need Retrofitter Foundry. That's a big target. But a lot of times I will sideboard 1 of these copies. But if you draw Ornithopter Retrofitter Foundry, a lot of the times your opponent will just scoop. At least in my experience. Yep, best of 3. Historic. And here we go. Yeah, Skrelv is sideboard for sure. If they're running a lot of removal, Skrelv. All right. Let's pilot this. Well, we got untapped land. That's good. Got this Foundry. We got a Sentinel. I think it's good enough to keep. It's not my favorite hand. But actually, if we don't see black come off, Inzol Artifact on the Sentinel seems strong. That's green. Okay, so we could smith here and look for more stuff. But if we Inzol Artifact on the Sentinel, we're definitely drawing a card every time he casts a non-creature. Get some tempo running too. Opponent. Another forest. Mono green? Oh yeah, we get to draw. Hey, man, we are already most of the way there, guys. All right, let me read this real quick. That doesn't have a lot of non-creatures. Yeah, not great, but artifact plus a buff is definitely keepable. Yes. Well, I think I'm going to just try to blast right through this guy. This isn't huge, but swinging in for 9 on turn, what is this, 2, 3? Nah, it's turn 3. And he's wanting to play big stompy boys, but he's going to be dead before he gets there. All right, well, that definitely has a block that helps him ramp. We don't like that. Pay 2. Let's drop the Smith. We find Vault Scourge or the Bridge. Let's grab the Scourge. Let's turn the Foundry into a creature. Swing for what? Too much? They scoop so fast. They scoop so fast. So, opponent is mono green. Kind of a strange spot for mono green. 3 caskets. Let's go 4 caskets and get rid of these holes. Hope of Gurapur also seems a little weak here. He's definitely got mana ramp. But I think I want the glass caskets instead because of Troll. Yeah, they just get bigger and bigger. It did look like Mono Green Devotion. From what we saw, it was definitely Mono Green Devotion. Definitely Mono Green Devotion. And here we go. We got the Ornithopter. We do not have the Retrofitter Foundry. So what are we doing here? I like the hand. I'm going to keep. But this tap land is going to make things a little awkward. So do we drop the tap land Ornithopter or get the Fountain out, Esper Sentinel, the next turn drop the Ornithopter, hope for untapped land? It's too dangerous. Do it like this. Yeah, definitely Mono Green Devotion. Alright, this is actually really good. Make the Ornithopter large. Swing at the Kiora. 1, 2, 3. It's not big enough. Huh. This one's tricky. I know I want to drop the Ornithopter. We're gonna do all that glitters. I think we leave the Kiora alone for now. I think I could kill him before that becomes a problem. Yeah, they're scary. But he scooped with a troll on the field. He couldn't do anything with it. Do we ever save our Inzul or our indestructible land? Yes. Yes, sometimes we are saving Inzul for indestructible land. That's why I haven't played it out. Next turn, I might put it on the Ornithopter. But a lot of the times, I'm playing things for tempo. Right? As if I could get damage off, I'm going to. And if I could push an extra 5 off by getting it on an Ornithopter, Mono Green is very bad at dealing with things in the air. Very bad. And that card really hurts us. Karn is very dangerous for us. Oh, that's the one card that we don't want to see. Oh, man. But, regardless, it really depends on your tempo and what you're trying to do. We do have to handle that Karn. Oh my god, we drew the thing that we needed. Alright. Kill Karn, please. For the love of God, kill Karn. Whew! That is a dangerous card for this deck. Sorry for the late. No problem. Thank you for joining. Well, aside for the 30-30 trampler, that shredded me. Yes, I remember your comment about that. Let's draw some cards. Cards are always fantastic. Oh, that is a problem. That might be too much of a problem for us to deal with. Should have looked at the board before playing. That's fine. We get him next turn. Inzel Artifact now is ineffective because of Cavalier of Thorns. That's a lot of mana. Nisa. And this is where mono green just snowballs and runs us over.
The ocean surges, life thrives.
Don't really want to scoop quite yet. I got to see a little bit more. Another Karn. We're going to get him in game 3. Now that we know that he has a lot of Planeswalkers, this is where Sire Ginger comes in. We only have one copy right now. A little bit rough. Go down one of these. Definitely 2 negates and metallic rebukes. Going for the control build, baby. All that glitters goes away altogether. Hope of Girapur goes away. And we're going to have to counter some things. Yeah, mono green at first, if you could beat them quickly, you're good. But, geez. Yeah, I was probably still in there, but the snowbally effect of having all of those planeswalkers and stuff like that. And it's best of 3, so I'll get him in game 3. Now that we have a better idea of his deck, I'm happy to go to game 3. Mulligan that first one, and no colored mana at all. This is not good. But we do have a Foundry. We can start making little things. We're probably too slow in this one. Need to draw white mana. Hey, baby. That's what's up. Smith. Scourge. Pass. Opponent. Alright, already a 4-3, and alchemy stuff. Fantastic. Reliquary. Scourge. Rosa Smith. Into Mashiko's Reign of Truth. Rosa Smith swings for 6, he takes. Probably. No, he blocks. Alright. He's only got 2 mana. So we're looking alright. We want to grow the Scourge with the Mashiko's Reign of Truth. Timeless Witness. Wow. Good stuff. Grows the Scourge. Drops the Plains. Drops this. Grabs the Halfling. Grows the Smith. Grows the Smith, swings for 8. Opponent. Takes it. I only had like 30% of the Wilds of Eldraine and 50% of Lodor. How much I have to wait if I want to start thinking about going to Historic. I'm a mobile. I'm poor. Join the club. It is the 21st century. We are all poor here. We just scrape it by day by day. As far as going into Historic, so here's what I always argue about going into Historic. You could really do it at any time. Because once you make a deck, it's good for forever. Grow the Smith is always going to be good. It does take a while to snowball into get in and get going, but once you do, I mean, just roll with it. Like, I always craft in Historic or Explorer, and you collect a lot of cards in Standard no matter what. Also, as a free player, if you do dailies every day, in 1 year, you'll earn around 400,000 gold. Yes, If you just grind, you'll get everything you want. Absolutely, 100%. Your collection's really not relevant. Absolutely 100% agree. Once you get 20 or 30 rares, a couple of mythics, you can make any deck that you want. Hello. But the thing is that they always tempt you with the newest cards, right? Always the newest cards. And if you watch a lot of YouTubers, they're always making new decks and new decks and new decks. And yes, I'm responsible for that as well. But for the most part, you shouldn't be crafting hardly ever. You make one deck and you just keep playing that deck. And you just keep improving it and making it better. And if you want to move into some other deck type, a different archetype, make sure you're within the colors that you were already using. That's at least how I go about it. And remember, all your standard cards work in Historic and Explorer. Mostly. Yes, mostly they do. And they give you so many packs in Standard. It's actually quite incredible how many packs you will get for free. You'll build out your collection quite rapidly if you get 3 or 4 wins a day. Just 3 or 4 is the important one. Anything above that is just extra. It's what would you say? Icing on the cake? That's it. I did it. Oh, for a nice Cascade deck? Absolutely. 11 rare wild cards. Save them. Sliver Cascade is the only great Cascade deck. So we are getting roped like crazy. Yes, Coffee Cell should know. LMAO. Oh yeah. I fell into the trap of the slivers. There's so many cards that make slivers so good, but they're not in Arena at all. The standard Cascade deck, I haven't looked at it that much. Yeah. I haven't played against it. I have not felt the pain, but I've been trying to grind with this account. This takes up a lot of time to do it right. Groza boys. I think our opponent is going so slowly because he feels like he's behind and he doesn't like it. That's what it feels like, at least. We just all swinging. I got some wins in 9 quick drafts. 6-3 is my personal record. Still don't know how to draft. 6-3 is fantastic, especially with you saying you don't really draft well. That is still 100% fantastic. Want to see if we can get some blue mana going. Of course not. Okay. Gross. Well, let's swing. This guy's going a little bit too slow for my taste, so I'm just going to go hot and heavy here. I think he's done. I think the basic version of this artifacts deck is 0 rares. It is. So I think you could honestly just dig through Coffee's previous videos, craft the very basic, and then start upgrading it. That's exactly the best way to do it, in my humble opinion, of course, because I showcased that deck. The one with Ginger Brute, all that glitters, what else was in there? A couple other things. Yeah, he's gone. Man, if you're behind in a match, just jump out of the match. I take wins, though. Definitely take wins. All right. 5 dailies done. Yep, they reprinted Ginger Brute for Wilds of Eldraine and his girlfriend, Sire Ginger. Fantastic stuff. playing other games, so I only do my dailies, plus 4 wins. Honestly, I'm still building currency and do okay. Absolutely. See, this game only gets expensive if you fall into a lot of the hype that people do. You know, they're like, oh, this card's the best. No, now this card's the best. And 2 days later, there's another best card and another one. You run out of wild cards really fast by doing that kind of stuff. Had a bad run today, but it's the weekend. All the meta decks come out to play on the weekend. They do indeed. I'm happy that we were able to beat the Mono Green Devotion deck. Don't like the reprint, though. Original print Ginger Brute. When all Kool-Aid guy busting through the wall. Oh, that's a beautiful card. Yeah, the new print's not that pretty. I definitely prefer the original. All day, every day, baby. So you guys do know that Sire Ginger is Ginger Brute's girlfriend. The one from the original commercial. I just love that little taste that they finally put her in. Oh, look at that. We get to draw a card. Assemble the team. Alright, so we're dealing with this particular deck. I've had mixed results against this deck. We definitely want to put this here. We don't have the mana base right now to put it on the Razor Tide Bridge. Okay, we get to draw a card. Perfect. Thank you very much, opponent. More green mana. Do we want to draw more cards, or do we just want to go for lethal? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 on this is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We will miss Fatal by 1. I think that pushes the opponent off of the field. Oh, I'm an idiot. I don't have 2 white. I'm setting him up for next turn. That was completely on purpose. Opponent. And we get a Golos Tireless Pilgrim. Alright, alright. Guy costs 5. Let's grow the Scourge now that we have some more land available. And now he's got a... Nope, doesn't matter. He's dead. Doesn't matter. 9 in the air kills him. Fantastic. Screaming at my screen right now. If only cause I've done that same mistake so many times. And what mistake is that? Buying the cosmetics? Planet lands in the shop. Must resist the temptation. Oh my god, yes. They always... That's the thing, is like Magic is a game of art. And they really get you on that art. Gotta pay up for those pretty ones. I always fall for that too. That's why my other account is like, it's got a lot of pretty stuff, and then it's got a lot of stuff that isn't so pretty. A lot of buyer's remorse in Magic the Gathering. Okay, this is kind of gross, but kind of hilarious too. We won the first round, so who cares if we lose the second one, right? Thinking you have 2 white sources up? Yeah, and not. The always death moment. Or when the auto tapper taps the wrong lands. That's also a fun one. Our opponent, Mole's Mystic. Alright, well, we put that in a hole. Don't want him ramping at all. Ornithopter. Next turn, Esper Sentinel, and not much else. Adore Phyrexian cards, especially white ones, because the art looks so amazing. Hope they print more in the upcoming sets. I don't know if we're seeing more Phyrexians quite yet, but they always seem to find their way around in Magic. They always seem to be right around the corner. He pays for it. Passes. This one's a little bit rough. We're going to drop the Ingenious Smith. We're going to look for an Esper Sentinel. What do we grab? An Ornithopter here. Let's grab a Sentinel. A second Sentinel seems fine. This match, we did not get a lot, but opponent's down to 2 cards. Maybe, just maybe, he has junk in his hand. Him swinging with the Tyrant makes me think he does. Garoza Smith. Man, just not having a mana base is really hurting us here. We grew our boys, we swing. Opponent's struggling too, though, so... maybe this is just one where the shuffler kills us both? We'll go look at those right after this, too. I haven't looked at them yet. Oh, that was easy. I drew crap, opponent drew crap. What a game of Magic. Just how it was intended to be played. Let's see them. If they're good enough to splurge for, I gotta see these things. You said in the dailies, right? Or daily deals? These? Or these? They're pretty cool. Yep, we got the diamond. Hurrah! Could do like a spiffing Brit. Huzzah! I really like this one. Yeah, I really like that. That planes. Oh man, those are cool. That makes me want to go over to my other account and get these, especially. From Adam Paquet, or Paquet. I'm an American, I don't pronounce names well. Mountains are sweet. I will always say, Wizard of the Coast hires some of the best artists in the world. You already have the Eldraine lands. Yeah, for stuff like that, not on this account, of course, but for the most part, on my other account, if I think something's really well done, I'm going to buy it because I definitely want to encourage Wizards to keep making beautiful art. All right, we're going to play first. Oh, boy. Well, that's not a keepable hand. This is... and I think I actually throw away the bridge here. All right, pay the 2. Drop the Sentinel past the turn. Don't have the planet lands, though. I think those look really cool. I actually still don't have the Wilds of Eldraine ones. I got the, what do you call it? What set was that? That was... oh, man. Wow, why am I blinking on it? Oh, it don't matter. I picked up the glass lands. I thought those looked really sweet. I think we're just building still. Swinging for 1. Streets of New Capenna. That's the one. Grab those lands. I thought those were really sweet. Let's see. Dropping this dude. I think we're just growing our boys and swinging. Mashiko's Reign of Truth. Putting it on... Scourge. Because if he removes the Scourge, we get to draw a card. And we get lifelink now. Parallax full art once. Yeah, we do that. Grabbing the fountain. Enter tapped. Taking the opponent to 12. We're at 18 now. Oh, of course a Lily. Lily's really dangerous for this deck. It is certainly whale bait. Oh man, Lily is so bad for us. Could pick up the Loris. Could draw a card. Let's pass. We're probably popping the Roadside Reliquary. Yep, easy for us. We drop land off.
Drop it.
I think he's got us here. We're not looking good. Loris and hope they don't have another discard. Absolutely. Oh, okay, Shieldred really hurts this deck too. Man, oh man. This is one of the big weaknesses for this deck right here. Of course we draw land. Enzo Artifact. Nothing to really put it on. Wow. Well, we definitely want to hold that bridge still. I don't think we win this first round. But let's see what else they have in the deck. Like, they have Thoughtseize. They're running 4 Thoughtseize. Probably Fatal Push. We got Shieldred Lily. He's very willing to discard cards. But he had the Overgrown Tombs to discard, so he was fine there. I'm going to get wild cards sooner or later by earning packs, so I won't do it. We could put the bridge, put it on the bridge the next turn. Yeah, well, here's the thing. We are really far behind here. If I drop the Loris now, what do I get? The Foundry? Maybe the Sentinel. So maybe we're doing something like this. Got to do something here. Gotta keep it rolling. 8. Hit Lily. Yep, block with the Shieldred. Fine. This is the one that makes the fairies. Oh, gross. You know what? That's probably what I should have done. Get the Scourge back. Fly over. Hit it. But would have had to wait a turn. Probably sack something. Getting the Shelly off of the field is fine by me. Thoughtseize really hurts us here. But if he had it, he would have played it by now. You need to exile Citadel. Another argument for having Citadel here. Alright. A second Shelly, and we draw land, and we scoop it up. Whew. Gogori really hurts us a lot. But we got to get negates in here. We got to get slip out the backs in here. And we got to get metallic rebukes in here. We're dropping all 4 portable holes. We're just hoping to really kind of control the battlefield a lot more in this second round. Hope of Girapar goes away. All that glitters goes down to 1. We could get Sir Ginger in here as well. Drop a Meditect. Therefore, Ingenious Smith hits more things. Ingenious Smith gets weaker as you put Negate, Slip Out the Backs, and Metallic Rebukes in here. But you'd be surprised at how long you could last in a bad matchup with this deck. Yeah, Loris definitely would have died in the hand. It could have been. There wasn't a lot in the bin that I really thought would have got us out of it, though. And that's the only reason I didn't play the Loris right there. Otherwise, you're 100% right. You caved and bought the Planet Lands. I don't blame you. They are quite beautiful. Let's go ahead and Plains first into Esper Sentinel. Therefore, if he has removal, we get to at least draw a card. Next, we're probably... Don't know. Do we slip out the back? Nah, we Smith here. We Smith. We try to grow quickly. We've got to grow quickly. If we do not, we die. Gorilla Smith, pass the turn. Opponent. Well, you can only recur one at a time. Like if you read Loris, right, once during each of your turns, you may cast a permanent with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard, right? So well, I guess over time you're probably right. Let's get this down. Rosa Smith some more. Drop Scourge. You're probably right. Don't need to do that yet. Swing for 3. Opponent. No blocks. Takes the damage down to 15. And we Scourge. I also get a little carried away because I really want to get my interaction against this deck in the game. And the sooner I do that, the more chance I have of actually winning. There's a Shieldred right on cue. We do not have a counter in hand, unfortunately. Draw. Wow, we just flooded like crazy. Alright, more mana. Now if I slip that out the back, that's 4, 5, 6 damage. It's not enough. We need to get like Mashiko's Reign of Truth. That changes this match. Mashiko's Reign of Truth will be brutal in this one. Hindsight is 2020. We couldn't know they had another Shelly. Absolutely. But I have noticed if they have one Shelly, they have all 3 in their hand. It was the same whenever I was playing a lot of Shelly. So, I should know how the shuffler works. I've been in this game for a minute. Yes. That is the main target for this, by the way. The main target for Inzol Artifact is Darksteel Citadel. Bitter Blossom again. This card is going to be a pain in the butt, isn't it? Okay. Okay. My turn. Draw. Oh my god. Well, if we ever get to our Mashiko's Reign of Truth, it's gonna really slap them hard. Nothing in the graveyard. That is incredible. Swing in with the Smith. He does not block with Shieldred. Interesting. Which means he does not have a second Shieldred in hand. Pick up the Loris, pass the turn. We want to use mana when we can. Though Thoughtseize does hurt us now. Opponent. We want him to make a bad block against the Smith. Smith is growing. The Jin deck? Awesome.
Those who get in my way.
Oh, are you talking about Haughty Jin? The mono blue? Yeah, we get rid of a Thopter.
Sacrifices must
That's still a pretty good deck. Ooh, coming in. So I've been thinking about what you said, that we should use one deck, get good with it, and tweak it. Maybe I should do that. That all depends, because like the more competence you have on a deck, the better. Like I could just kind of auto run this deck a lot of the time. Not in a matchup like this where we just flood. Yeah, this was a flood, man. Alright. Drop the Loris. Play the Ornithopter. Yeah, when you can just auto run a deck over and over and over again, it is fantastic. Let's go like this. Should have probably slip out the back the fairy there. That's fine, we can play it from the bin. That Shieldred is so strong against us. I play so many decks. I think at this point I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. LOL. Yeah. I feel that way a lot of the times. Better have one blinged out deck. 5 different half finished ones. Yes.
have things we'd rather forget.
Yeah, see how it goes. And you'll start to see like where your weaknesses are with the particular deck too, right? So it's like, well,
And what I do.
this deck is really weak against X, Y, and Z thing. Therefore, I will run things in the sideboard to mitigate that damage as much as humanly possible. That is a fantastic draw for us. Oh my god, we finally did it. We're going to go face. I think. Yeah, we're going to go face. Go face. Down to 12. 70 plus finished. Yeah. Absolutely. My other account looks like that as well. And just use a draft. I remember you talking about that. Your draft deck. Alright. Well, Smith dies. We're really just top decking now. With the Bitter Blossom here, I don't think there's any way to win. So I think this one might be a scoop. And it's getting a little dull. Alright, let's move on to another one. There's just so much value in that Gogori deck. So much going on with it. Yeah, I remember you talking about your draft deck. Or your draft account. It's a smart way to do it. Therefore, you're gaining competence in drafting. Only money I spent was that initial new players pack. Absolutely. That's a good deal, by the way. The new player pack, it's like, what, $5? You get 2,000 gems or something. It's really good. $5, yeah. Couldn't quite remember, but $5 does definitely sound right. Man, oh man, where is our white mana? Oh, it's so painful. I know the right move is a mulligan again, but a beggars choosers, we are going to draw our white mana. We will draw the white mana. Got so much of it in the deck. Dropping the Thopter, passing the turn. Man, oh man. Pushes it out. Okay, see, told you we would draw it. We could even Mashiko's Reign of Truth and grow nothing. Our other deck that we hate to see. This into this. Try to grow our board state out a little bit. Fable of the Mirror Breaker, as we are wont to see, with a Blood Tithe Harvester, and of course we start flooding immediately. Put it there. Pay the 2, do this number, and I think we want all that glitters on this. We're desperate. That is a desperate play. Might need to invest in some more rare lands. Next time you get some more wild cards. Mana base is really hurting us. Yes, rare lands is the #1 thing you need to be crafting. It's a must. Like, there are lands in the real world where they cost like $700. I'm gonna go after that. I'm surprised he's giving this to me. He's got like an infinite thing with the Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Doesn't want it, I guess. Of course the One Ring. Why wouldn't he have it? Man, oh man. More flooding. But we have Loris. Loris is almost usable. Pick it up. Pass a turn. The only problem with rare lands is they're very boring to craft, but once you do it, you can play any deck you want. There's the Shelly. Perfect. Taps, draws, and this combo here, Shieldred and the One Ring. Just brutal for us. Absolutely brutal. We can still grow with the Retrofitter Foundry. We can Machiko's Reign of Truth. We can Loris. I don't know why he's swinging here. Alright, take that block. It's fascinating how they make Old Jerusalem map as a battlegrounds. Is that what this is? It's kind of cool. I never would have put that together. Yes, all of the value for the opponent. Well, we're going to continue to try here. Making more guys. Draw. Sentinel. Okay. Drop the Sentinel. Play the Mashiko's Reign of Truth? Yeah, we might as well be aggressive as possible. Make him block. What do you want to kill? If you make a token at end step and then Mashiko, he needs to block something or he just dies. Yeah. He needs a block here. He needs a block 2, actually. Yeah, he needs to block 2 things. Which gets away from the Harvester's infinite whatever. Let's make another token. Down to 9. How do you like that One Ring's damage now there, buddy? Still drawing cards off of it. We're probably seeing another One Ring drop here. A Crucius. I actually find it interesting that people are still playing this card. Crucius was good. Lo and behold, my surprise whenever I logged in one day, and he was no longer a 3-3, but a 3-1, which makes him, in my opinion, completely unplayable. Like, now he just, like, literally dies to anything. I think I'm swinging with everything. The reason is he has a block Mashiko or portrait of Mashiko and the servo. Okay, well that certainly makes my move a lot worse. Blood Tithe Harvester, or I mean the Bowmasters, Orcish Bowmasters. All right, well we'll create another one. We can Loris here, and that's where the true power happens. Yep, that dies. Copies the Bowmasters. Oh, brilliant. Well played there, sir. Yeah, you still have to block both, but you're probably doing that with this Bowmaster and what? The 2/2? Okay. Really well played by the opponent right there. Yeah, he didn't anticipate the 30 damage coming at his face. Isn't he just dead? No. He did really well putting it all together. Keeping himself alive for the time being. We get Esper Sentinel back out. If he can't kill... Oh, he can kill the Loris. No, he can't. Not yet. Draws a bunch of cards. He's got another Shieldred the Apocalypse, and I think this is where we have to go to the game 2. But now we know we need our counter spells. Do we get to draw? Nope. Did you see the move? If I Lorist and then all that glitters? Probably right there. Draw. Scourge. Nothing in the air. Because we want to get something with all that... We're going to probably... Hopefully, all that glitters goes back to the bin. That's what we're hoping. We want to get all that glitters or Mashiko's Reign of Truth on like a Volt Scourge in the air or even a Thopter. Just a regular Thopter will be fine. 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 Next. Okay. Blocks. Well, it looks like he's not putting anything to the bin. We'll wait. Very durable deck. Yeah, I must have saw your comment a little bit late there, man. Up to 14. Can we win this? Do we just duck the opponent? They don't think he could really win. Well, it would be really brutal if he found another Blood Tithe Harvester. He should have 2 more in the deck. You could also stack the thingy with the glitters to your foundry to force your glitters back into the bin. Oh, you know what? You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right there. We're probably doing that. There's the Harvester. Okay. That's going to help us gain a lot of life as well. Now, he might kill the Scourge here. A smart player would. Karn. Ugh. Alright, so we're going after Karn first. We're only at 7, so that's not good. What do you got? Oh. At least he used it now, right? Maybe a little bit hasty on the opponent's part. I thought he was going to wait on that. Then we would have been in a lot of trouble. I'm not sure how that reflection of Kiki Jiki works, though. He might just kill your Scourge before it attaches by copying the Bowmaster. Well, it does not say... Well, here's the thing. If he copies the Blood Tithe Harvester, right, then he can only activate this as a sorcery. So we're good now. Enter tapped. Why? Oh, right. This thing kills us, basically. Yeah, I don't think this match is savable. Let me think here. So he copies something like a Blood Tithe Harvester or a Orcish Bowmaster. He's going to copy the Orcish Bowmasters. That creates another body, kills this. No, kills this with the Orcish Bowmasters. Yeah, I'm going to go to round 2. Ugh. It's been a painful round. There is no assist working for mobile right now. I think never. Huh. No assist working? So is the server just down? We want a lot of stuff in here. Don't know what to cut. Hope of Girapur. Retrofitter Foundry can get us out of a lot of things. We want to keep that. All that glitter stays. Metatech will go down to 1 copy. Yeah, definitely the 3 slip out the backs. Go down to no all that glitters. Glass Casket hits Bowmaster. Same with Portable Hole. Go down the last of those. 1 Esper Sentinel. And 1 Foundry. All right. Have to counter that ring and Shelly whenever you can. That is why we have Metallic Rebuke and Negate. That is exactly why we have those now. Those just tear us apart. And not in the fun, fast way. In the slow, painful way. I don't know. Maybe Shelly and the Ring are a little bit too much for this deck if you can't get a fast start. But getting Volt Scourge Enzel Artifact going right away could be the thing that wins it. Puts him on a 4-turn clock starting on turn 2, so 5 turns. That's going to have to be a lucky draw for him. But he's going to have removal. We don't have any way of protecting the Scourge right now either. The opponent is making us wait. Hello, sir. Oh, yeah, like MTG Assistant and all that stuff. Yeah, it's a shame that they don't do anything like that for mobile. But I think it's a little tougher to do that. I don't know how apps really work on the phone like that. I don't know if they interlay very well. Yeah, Shelly and the Ring are just brutal. The Ring will be banned. I am about 80% sure. It's a matter of when will it be banned. It's just too much value. We could have got on last game before the card came down. Yes. We were in it until Karn came down. And then when Karn came down, it's game over. I could handle Shelly. I could handle the One Ring for the most part. But you put a... what do you call it? A Karn out there as well. And we are no longer in that match. Well, we're going to put it on the Citadel. Pass a turn. Opponent slow to react. One of those thinking people. Well, we have the answer for that. We're going to portable hull the Harvester. Swing for 5. And now we have to do massive amounts of damage very quickly. We could hull on the Blood as well. Now there is some logic to it, because if we do that, then we would be able to Inzul Artifact on the portable hull. That is just protecting a Blood token. Opponent plays a Crucius. I don't care about Crucius anymore. Pay 2 life. Drop the hull, take the treasure? Yeah. Grab the treasure. Awesome. Then Inzul Artifact on that portable hull. Swing in for 5. Blocking with the Crucius? No. And it is time for Dolores to do some work for us. Fable the Mirror Breaker, I don't care. I can't be bothered. A Metallic Rebuke is beautiful. Swing. Opponent, let me swing, please. Let me swing. And now we're sat back, relaxed, waiting on an opponent to do a thing. Are you salty, opponent? What do you guys think? You think this is salt? The rope? Or is he thinking? Down to 3. Interesting. Let's see. If we do this, I think these are technically untapped. So we can still rebuke. Our deck is doing things. It is indeed. We're holding up Metallic Rebuke. We're hoping he thinks he gets out of this with a ring. Discard 2. Draws 2. Maybe we let the ring... No, we don't let the ring go. We just kill him. Right? He's definitely going to play the ring. I see it. I feel it. I feel it. Ha 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 ha! Yes. Counter that ring, sir. Scoop. Yeah, exactly. We cannot both Metallic Rebuke and pick up Loris. That's why I left Loris in the... yeah, he just stayed in exile the whole time. Metallic Rebuke was the only way to win. Otherwise, that ring just tears us up. Drew it at the exact right moment, too. That was perfect. I just felt the ring was coming down. Ring players always have the ring. That is how it works. Oh, man. No, I can't. Oh, no, I can't. Oh. And we are... wow. We definitely keep the glass casket. We definitely keep the Inzul Artifact. And the Retrofitter Foundry. And the argument for the Retrofitter Foundry is we can always put Inzul Artifact on it, but we do have a Citadel. So drop the Foundry. Oh, man, that double mulligan, man. That double mulligan hurts. Oh. Oh, and then we get the Ornithopter. Of course we get the Ornithopter now. Yep, Fatal Push. All right. Cool. Oh, that makes me so happy to know that the Shuffler is still doing shufflery things. Let's get the Citadel going. It's not a very strong Citadel right now because we need more land. Okay, Fable and Mirror Breaker doing its thing, and we get a Bolt Scourge. Oh. I don't like it. Let's swing. Opponent. Down to 15. We might just have to power right through him. Like, this is rough. I don't feel the ring yet. But with Fable and Mirrorbreaker, maybe we're seeing it anyway. Don't have to feel it for it to happen, right? No blocks. What do you got? Go Blink. Casket and I think Metallic Rebuke or Mashiko's Reign of Truth. We need to get mana. I think we're just gonna try to power through this. We need a mana. Any mana that's untapped. Please. Guess it didn't quite matter, did it? Wow. Down to 7, I guess, and pass the turn. We do have Slip Out the Back, which is good. We have one away from Fatal. Swings. Alright. Well, I guess you can't do anything if you don't draw lands, huh? Yeah. The One Ring always feels bad. No lie. Oh man, that is a really, really rough. Well, we could pick up the Lures, but we know he has a lot of hand hate. So I think we're just like passing. He's got protection with the ring. Draws a card. Okay, down to 6. He has a Shelly. If he drops a Shelly, we could slip out the back on the Shelly when he goes to draw cards, and then he doesn't get to draw. There's a Shelly right on cue. Okay, so he could run into a trap here. He taps it. We slip that out the back. So that's gone now. Tapped Hive of the Eye Tyrant. All we need is one good draw. A Mashiko's Reign of Truth, not slip out the back. Huh. Slip out the back doesn't quite get us there. But here's the thing. He's going to have to block here. What if I... Oh, there's the line right there. Slip that out the back. You should have been conservative, my man. Oh, yes. Oh, man. Yeah, slip wins for sure. Yep. There it is. Oh, man. That was fun. That was great fun. Shelly was already slipped out the back. Yeah, thanks. Now, oh man, I just love Slip Out the Back because it's so diverse. Not only does it protect your creatures, but whenever he's being greedy and wanting to keep the shaman, it gets him killed. He killed himself. Greedy, greedy. But Rakdos players always be greedy. Rakdos players always be greedy. I know when I play Rakdos, I get really greedy. I think we've got one more in us, guys, and then we are going to have to go. The lady wants to go to some hippie festival thing this evening. Absolutely. Yes. We could say Azoria's artifacts can beat Shieldred and the One Ring. If you think about it, the One Ring itself is a greedy card, and that greedy move, especially with Rakdos, I should have expected it. I didn't. Yeah, you could say that Azorius Artifacts really stands a chance against almost every deck, unless you see a, oh my god, I almost called it Thanos, but it's not Thanos. My brain's not doing that thinking thing too good right now. There are a few cards that our deck cannot beat. Pithing Needle's good against us. Oh man, this is taking a while. But for the most part, we could stick in any matchup, and that's why Slip Out the Back, and that's why Metallic Rebuke is so powerful for this deck. It's so good. But we want it as sideboard pieces. I'm going to slip out the back of this match. Yeah, you were saying that you could just keep slipping Shelly out the back and him taking the damage from the One Ring over and over. That was exactly what the plan was. Awesome, I do appreciate it. It will be up immediately. It will immediately be up so that anybody could watch this over and over again if you wanted to. Streams are really nice places to learn a lot about how things are actually played in the arena. Because, like, yeah, sure, I could edit a video to do things, but seeing it in practice is always a little bit better, in my opinion. Yeah, that was the original plan, and then he made that goofball mistake. Because he had two blockers. Oh, okay, you're doing the same thing. Okay, we are facing ourselves. What a way to end it. The mirror match. The rare mirror match. Absolutely rare. But we have portable holes. It's pretty nice when your opponent just falls right into a little hole. Give me the Ornithopter. He doesn't have a Loris, though, so, I mean, this is very good for us. Give us both of them. Swing for 4. An opponent is on his heels already. He's gone. Yeah, these are pretty cool looking. Where are these from? Ah, okay. It's pretty cool style. What should go in here? 2 glass caskets. Go down 1 hope. Go down 1. Metatech. I think this is going to be a very fast match. I guess we could have avoided it. Oh, right, because we could have blocked with the Thopter, sacked it, done the thing. I wasn't worried about the 4 damage, though. Like, sometimes it's just like, it's just 4. But we could have avoided it. We could have definitely avoided it. Scourge. Well, we might have to draw our things with the Innovative Metatect. Whole purpose of him being in the game is Scourge and Metatect. There's Automation, Ornithopter. Alright. Well, now we're going to have to work a little bit harder to get this going. Should we take the Patchwork Automation? Or should we take the Thopter? Let me think here. If we drop the Smith, we start to get some more stuff out of our library. Innovative Metatech doesn't do anything for us this turn. We could Portable Hull on the Ornithopter swing for 1. He is down to 3 cards in hand. This also gets an artifact on the battlefield so that we could start building up for Mashiko's Reign of Truth, a very large one. I am not afraid of that patchwork automation's damage. So we take the Ornithopter, we swing in for 1, we play another Vault Scourge, and pass the turn. Next turn, we could do a decent sized Mashiko's Reign of Truth, or we could do Innovative Metatech in order to try to get some cards out. Yeah, automation has Ward, and I don't think it's really all that scary for us. What, you're going to hit us for 4, but we're going to have this Vault Scourge here doing some business. Inzel Artifact. Well, that works too, right? Yeah, get your card. Bet you feel really fancy for that. Gain us some life back. Then we miss Shiko's Reign of Truth, and that's a decent amount of damage coming at him. But do we want to do it yet? That's getting big. Oh no, it has flying. Thought Monitor could be a good card for this deck at some point. Where's our land? We're gonna have to give him 2 cards. Man. Yeah, we were close to the draw. It's coming at some point. And the Scourge getting big enough to protect us is really what we need right now. Another automation. We're not worried about that. If this game was going to be longer, we would be. Esper Sentinel, everything's on the ground looking good. That's 8 damage, 9, 10. Okay. We will take 10. Lovely stuff. Okay, grows the boy. Swings for 9. Drops a Smith. We grab Thopter. We play the bridge. We drop the Thopter. We pass a turn. Now we could block some damage. We could do some stuff. Holds back automation. Holds back Esper Sentinels. Yeah, Lifelink is the way where it's at, baby. Vault Scourge is such a good card for this deck. You're just able to block most of the damage at almost all points. Well, we piloted this for a little while. I thought it was super fun. I enjoyed it. It is about time to wrap this one up. Thank you guys for joining today. I do appreciate it. Should we do the greedy thing and open them, or should we wait? Yeah, no more removal. Good game. GG's opponent. We're going to do the greedy thing. We're going to open these up. Always enjoy seeing some Thopters go off. Yeah. Thopters are great. Hey, it was my pleasure. Thanks for suggesting it. If you guys want to see more of me just kind of building up that that deck and running it over and over again, we can do that. I played well over 400 rounds with the deck. I really enjoy artifacts. They just always seem to be able to at least stay in the game, you know? You could at least stay in the game with that artifact deck. And the counter spells are great in it. Slip out the back is, as you saw it, you saw the slip out the back in it. It's incredible when it actually works out perfectly. Yeah. I actually think that Termod's Crypt is like the weakest card in this deck. Maybe Sir Ginger goes completely away and we grab like another Metallic Rebuke even. Yeah, you'd like to see it be tweaked slowly? Yeah. That was one thing I wanted to do with this account, because a lot of times people think historic is unattainable, but it's really not. It's just where you determine to spend your resources. And yeah, like the more we tweak this, the better it becomes. Like that's what you get whenever you play the same deck over and over and over again. You see its weaknesses, and you could tweak it and make it ever slightly stronger every time you play it. That Thought Monitor wasn't too bad. No, not at all. I actually think Thought Monitor is a card that I completely forgot about until I just saw it played against me effectively. So let's look at that. Hopefully it's a mythic. I think I spelled that right. Let's look. It costs like 7. Where is it? Not collected. Okay. It's Thought Monitor, right? Let me Google it. Yeah. I must have spelled it wrong. I'm looking at the card now. I don't see it. Traditional historic. I'm all set up for it. Oh, you're right. We would have to give up the Loris because it's a permanent. I was going to try to come over here and look at it, but we could look at it right here. Yeah, it would definitely be a shame to have to give up the Loris, because playing things from the graveyard is really, really, really strong. Could be a sideboard piece, but then we would lose the Loris. Maybe. But yeah, I think the Loris is just way too important for us to give up. And we would have to give up Loris with the Thought Monitor. Yeah, Nettle Cyst. I actually thought about Germs in this deck. Germs would not be a bad way to go, I don't think. Like, let's go over to the store. One reason why I wanted to save up the 4,000 was because there's a couple of cards over here that would be very good for us. But this is an uncommon. We could definitely we could definitely craft these. But Living Weapon is kind of cool. This 01, he costs 2. There's one that costs 0, and I'm really like that. And that's going to be your Accorder's shield, or the Accorder shield right here. It's really a shame that there's not a germ attached to this, but the Accorder shield seems pretty decent. And it gets Esper Sentinel away from the Orcish Bowmasters. Yeah. Making really small things really big on turn 3 or 4, it was just smashy smash. I also like things like this bird, but it's not an artifact, so I don't think it would be very helpful for us. These lands will probably be helpful. But a Quarter Shield seems okay as a sideboard piece to get things away from Orcish Bowmaster, specifically away from Orcish Bowmasters. And this guy right here, the Mortapod, I think could be okay. We could even sack things that deal damage to any target. Maybe to kill the Orcish Bowmasters. I don't know. But we've got things that we could do. Of course, we got the Babel. Gets the land out of our library. You know, there's some neat things in these historic anthologies that could work really well for us. Yeah. But we're going to have to cut this stream here, guys. My lady is making me go do a thing in the real world today. Yeah, and I think we have enough ways to grind out the game, if need be, with Foundry and Meditech. Yes, absolutely. Being able to seek cards, non-land cards, out of your library with the Meditech. And Retrofitter Foundry, some control players even play that. Historic 7 is is awesome. Yeah, I did not get Explorer number 2 at all. As you can see, we're getting up there in gems again. We spent the 34 to get the Mastery Pack. But yeah, somebody else was saying that they liked Historic 7 better. Sword of Ice and Fire is always fantastic. You know, that's like one of my old school favorite cards. And of course you have the Vendelion here. It almost works like a Thoughtseize in some ways. Except for the opponent gets to draw a card. And these Titans are fantastic. I was looking at these Titans the other day. These are wonderful. And of course, Giver of Ruins. Giver of Ruins has a chance of making that deck at some point. Protection from colorists or the color of your choice until the end of turn. Yep, thanks, man. See you later. And we will definitely do some piloting again. Make it a little bit better over time. You take care, and yeah. A lot of people really liked this one. I think that you're right, especially with Giver of Ruins, the Titans, all that stuff. It's all good stuff. Better lands, etc., etc. I could definitely be mistaken from time to time. Yeah. But I appreciate you guys hanging out today. It was great fun. I always enjoy doing lives because it allows us to interact a little bit more. I get to know kind of what you guys want to see more, and that's kind of what this channel is all about. This free-to-play account is only around because people seem to really like to see it played, you know? And it's a really nice experiment, too, to see how far we could actually push a free-to-play account. Especially as young as this one is, I've been really happy with the results so far. Yeah, I mean, we got 54% of Wilds of Eldraine already. 58% of that. 77% of Lord of the Rings. It hasn't been bad to play it for free. Yep. But I'm going to jump out of here, guys. And I will see you guys in the next video or the live stream, whichever you guys prefer. I appreciate you guys, as always, hanging out and playing some Magic. Until this next time, this is Coffee Stout signing out. Bye.